The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Blue lady. Hey, I'm coming. Green triple C.
They go play action here on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
Let's go.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Ready? Black 25. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Touchdown. 5 on.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this will pin him back as it's out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Check 13. Check 13. 26.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I hope...
There goes Alex Collins. Sheds off the tackle. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big run there by Collins. 63 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Now Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
This is Collins on the handoff. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Now Winston. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd down and goal.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Collins, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Alex Collins, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check three.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
25, check 25, check 25. Check, 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 30.
To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Ndamukong Suh has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Get in the white room. Also over here. Check 26, check 26.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You got 58. Hey, check 26.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Graham's got it, complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 26.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's it. Big 2nd and 2 at the 19-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. To throw is Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Jones has it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it looking at a 4th down and 2. Bailey's kick is good. And they are on the board but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun, Collins. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 3rd down, Winston. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many
three-syllable word.
syllables. Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
I'm coming after you.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it.
2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
319. 64. He's coming.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point try by Bailey. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Packers 17, Buccaneers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. This is Collins on the toss. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Alex Collins with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Get 300. Get 300. 80 weapons.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
26. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Shit, watch the shit. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now Rodgers to throw again. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Lucky. Green, triple T. Flip.
Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On 3rd down, this is Collins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Winston now to throw on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? One for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And they try to sweep to Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Ready. Blue ready. Exit. Green, cover team.
3rd and long for Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You got 58. Right.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Levante David in on the tackle. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken in at the 11. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Green, triple team. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, get in the weight room. Truck. 50, Mike 50. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. 5-0. 50's the Mike. Let's go.
To throw, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Let's go, let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown, and it's third down.
It's third down and 9 yards to go.
No. 319. I got you.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 23. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Winston now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but it's going to be second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Check 9. Come on. Sunday.
On play action, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On first down, Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-round. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On second down now. It's Jones, and the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And again, it's Collins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready. Blue lady. Check, check, check. Green, come see. Show it up. Hop on. Easy, easy, easy. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
Here's a first down run with Collins. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go, G. Get off the stomach. 42 to Mike, boys. 42. 42. Yeah, let's get set. Let's go.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up on Levante David. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Following the interception, Winston. It's complete. Artis Payne. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jameis to throw it. He completes it to Evans. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Ready. Back to the back. Coming to you. Coming to you. Right. He's tight. Johnny.
They'll try and run for it with Collins. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Ready. Blue lady.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
On 1st and goal, Collins. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
It's now 3rd and goal.
This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll try to run this one in. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And Gay knocks this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers making the catch is Sternberger. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling lead to no yards gained.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
21 yards. Well done on the return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go again with Collins. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Bradley Pena now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Here's Williams to return. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
give to Collins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the Packers' 34-yard line.
Ready, slant, watch the slant, watch the slant, watch the slant.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Collins, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Ready, blue ready. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
So now a carry here for their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a two-score game, his third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
High throw, but the catch is made. 12 yards there and a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Rodgers on the money to the tight end, Graham. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And again, it's Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Kayvon Webster there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Check, cross. Check safety. That's the one.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
At the 44-yard line.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now the Auburn alum, Artis Payne. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5.
He's coming. Flip it. You got double up. Green, triple team.
Winston to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw, Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Over here.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Ready? Slack, 22. It's a party now.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did.